Okay, let's talk about unique indexes. So far, all the indexes that we've created have been non-unique. But you can also create unique indexes that enforce the constraint that the keys have to be unique within the collection. That no two documents can have the same key if it's indexed. Let's go into the Mongo shell and demonstrate what we're talking about. We're going to create a new collection called stuff just to make sure that it's really gone. I'm going to drop it. Now I'm going to insert some stuff into my stuff collection. All right, I've inserted an apple into the collection. Now I'm going to insert a pear into the collection. And now I'm going to insert another apple into the collection. And now I'm going to see what's in the collection. And we see 2 apples and a pear. Now, if we wanted to create an index on this, we certainly could. That would be no problem. We could just do a create index on thing ascending. And it works just fine. But if we want to create a unique index, we cannot. Let me show you what a unique index would look like. So let's drop the index we just created. And now let's create a unique index. We're going to call create index, but this time we're going to give one additional document in this command. Rather than just say create index thing 1, we're going to say unique is true. And if we do that, what happens? Well, we get an error. And the reason we get an error is because it can't create a unique index when there's 2 things inside this collection that have the same value. So let's drop the offending one. So let's look at our stuff collection again. And we see we have 2 apples. So let's remove one of those apples. We're going to do it this way. We're going to call remove. We're going to find a document that has thing apple in it. And we're going to give it one option to remove. We're going to say that just 1 is true. We want to remove just 1. And if we do that, we get number removed 1. And now if we look in the collection again, we'll see we only have 1 apple. And now we should be able to add the index that we want, the unique index. Thing 1, unique true. No problem, we added the index. And if we want to insert something that already is in there, like a pear, we get a duplicate key error. In addition, if you look at the indexes on stuff by calling db stuff.getIndexes, you'll notice that the database tells you that the index on thing is unique. Now, oddly, it doesn't tell you that the index on underscore ID is unique, although we've told you that the underscore ID index is unique, and it isn't unique. So it's a vagary of the database that it won't admit that underscore ID is unique. So we can prove that, of course, it is unique, because if we try to put some documents into it, let's say with underscore ID Andrew, and we try to put 2 of those in there, we're going to find it does not work. db.stuff inserted. Let's try another one. Duplicate key error on underscore ID, which is exactly the same error that we see on this other duplicate key error, the E11000 error in both cases. So even though the database doesn't tell you that the underscore ID index is unique, it is unique. All right, so it's time for a quiz. Please provide the Mongo shell command to create a unique index on student underscore ID class underscore ID ascending for the collection students. Type it below.